properly nourish your body in your 50s, but you're probably doing it wrong. So let me explain. Proper nourishment for a woman in our 50s is making sure we're eating at least 100 grams of protein, making sure we're getting at least 25 grams of fiber. We're putting fruit and vegetables in our diet, and we're not really stressing about our diet. So what I'm going to do today is just go over some, or just share here some of the quick and easy meals I eat during the week to help me hit my protein goals. I very rarely eat fast food so that I know what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body, and I know that I like what's going in my body. So come along with me while I show you just some of the things that I really love to eat. Some of this is really good. I'm going to share the protein that's in some of my recipes, and also I'll try to share some of the recipes as well. I want to keep this going with sharing the recipes. That way I'm hopefully helping someone see that it's really easy to eat really good food, but also just how quick and easy these meals are. And hopefully you guys will share with me in the comments like some of the meals that you eat that are really quick and easy, some of the things that you can do on a daily basis. As I always say, I really don't like eating what I prepare more than 3 days out of the week. It just really gets pretty old to me. So one of the recipes you can kind of see me making here, but this is one of my favorite recipes, and it's a ricotta strawberry honey toast. So in a moment, you're going to see me just really describe just how I make this toast and go over the details of making it. So come along, let's get started with the ricotta strawberry honey toast. So first things first, I toast my bread. I love toasting the sourdough bread on top of the stove with a little butter. You really just don't need a whole lot of butter. And then I just put maybe a tablespoon, not even a tablespoon, of ricotta cheese, and I spread that on my toast and get that spreaded out really, really good. And ricotta cheese, of course, has that protein. So that's where a lot of the protein is going to come from in this particular dish, or I eat this for breakfast. So this is where the protein is going to come from in this dish that I'm making. And then now I'm just adding some fresh cut strawberries. And I cut up maybe about 3 strawberries, depending on how big they are. These strawberries were pretty big, so I just cut up about 3 of them. And I just laid them out, cover the toast with the strawberries, try to, cover every part of the toast with the strawberries, or just include all the strawberries that I cut up on the toast. And then after I do that, I grab some nuts, and I usually use walnuts. So if I have some whole walnuts, I just break them up a little bit and sprinkle them over the top of the toast. And it's not many walnuts, so that's another place where I'm getting in some protein into this breakfast. And then I'll also include some almonds. So I have some shaved almonds, so I just take a little sprinkleful of almonds and put them on top there as well. Again, including or adding more protein into this meal. And then I'll just drizzle some honey over the top of the toast, and that's it. It is done. And this is so good. One of my favorite meals. So here I am doing a taste test, which I don't need a taste test. I just pick it up and eat it like it's a slice of pizza. But this is so delicious. Please try it. Another quick and easy meal is a simple green smoothie that I make. And this smoothie, I'm just going to go over what I put in the smoothie. So try to do about a cup of almond milk. Do a half a cup of pineapples. And I put in a slice, I'll say about a quarter of avocado. And then about a cup of spinach I put in there. And I put just 1 scoop of protein, and depending on how much protein you're trying to get in your day or you need to, you can do 2 scoops. And my bananas, I prefer to have them frozen, but I didn't freeze them. So I put in a fresh banana and some honey. And my honey had spilled a little bit, so I'm going to go back in and put in a little bit more honey just so that I can get a full tablespoon of honey in my green smoothie. And I added some ice just to make it cold and make it more of a smoothie consistency. But if my bananas were frozen, I really wouldn't have to do that. So I stepped away to get some ice to put in there before I go ahead and get it blended up. So there we go. I got everything all in, and I'm going to blend it up. And this is a very good smoothie. This is one of the best green smoothie recipes that I have. So I do make this one more often than any other green smoothie. This is my go-to. So this I eat for breakfast, or I have for breakfast. You'll especially when I know I'm going to eat heavy or being for lunch or dinner. Smoothie, I will go light with the green smoothie. But this still packs a really good punch with vegetables, fresh berries protein, on top, or a little bit of granola. Everything is included in this smoothie. So I really love this one. Another favorite thing that I like to eat that is really quick, easy, but high protein is I have a Greek yogurt, and I cut up some fruit and I put in the Greek yogurt. So here I'm cutting up some strawberries and eating them at the same time. But I have some strawberries in there. I have some grapes. I have some blueberries. And again, I sprinkle some nuts, some walnuts, and some almonds over the top just for that added protein. And voila, this is so easy to make, very high protein. And I top it off with some honey just to add a little more sweetness in there. But again, one of my favorites, quick, easy, very good to eat, very high protein. Definitely have to check this one out. This next meal is a ribeye caprese salad. And this is so good. But what I'm doing here is I'm making a marinade for the ribeye, because I'm going to marinate the ribeye overnight in the fridge, of course. So what I'm including here is just everything that goes into the marinade. So we have soy sauce, we have olive oil, lemon, garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, fresh garlic, and if you want to take it up a notch, you can add a dab of hot sauce. I didn't put hot sauce in this marinade that you're seeing here. I did everything except the hot sauce. Just really didn't feel like the hot sauce. It does change the taste a little bit for me. But hot sauce is definitely an option. It really lifts the flavor. So I get my ribeyes. I had 3 of them that I bought. Like I said, anything past 3 days, I'm just really not feeling it anymore. So pouring my marinade in there, getting that all tapped in, and I'm going to seal that up and put that in the fridge for 24 hours and let that just do what it needs to do until it's time to pull it out tomorrow or the next day. But it's going to be tomorrow for me because I cooked it the very next day. This is how it looks after marinating 24 hours. So I know it looks kind of weird, but
marinated yesterday.
Looks can be deceiving sometimes. This marinade is so good, and this steak was so tender because of allowing it to marinate.
This is gonna be my dressing, and what this is some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a tablespoon of honey, 1/8 of a tablespoon of garlic powder, some white vinaigrette, a dab of salt, and a dab of pepper. So I made this up before I get started on my searing my steak, and I'm gonna set this to the side. Okay, in a separate bowl, I have done some mozzarella. I would normally do mozzarella balls, but they didn't have the balls, and that's okay. I just got some mozzarella slices, so I cut them up in 4s, and I put have some cherry tomatoes, some fresh garlic in here, and some olive oil. So I'm mixing this up, and I'm gonna set this aside in the refrigerator, and now I'm gonna start on my steak. All right, so I lightly oiled the bottom of my pan, and I'm just gonna put my ribeye in there and let that cook a little bit on one side. And it just depends on how you like your steak. I really like mine medium well, so I let mine cook a little bit, but it just depends on how you like your steak. While my steak is over there sizzling, I cut up my romaine lettuce. And I bought the whole head of lettuce, so I cut it up myself, wash it, cut it up. It just depends. You can buy a bag and let somebody else do it. The easier you can make it on yourself, the better and the quicker. I like my steak kind of medium well, so I let it sear real good on one side. Now I'm going to let it sear real good on the other side, and I'll just take it off. No need to flip it back and forth, really.
Everything is pulled together, sliced up my steak, made me a piece of garlic toast, and voila. In addition to making sure I nourish my body properly, I do make sure I'm very hydrated. I have spent years trying to figure out dieting, restricting, and everything like that. And in my 50s, I'm not there anymore. That's just not a thing for me. I eat what I like. I don't overeat. I do restrict sugar. But if it makes me happy, I'm eating it. And that's where I am in my 50s. Just making sure that I do hit my protein goals, but not letting food control me anymore because I'm afraid of eating food or restricting the food, or just however it goes. I just don't do that anymore. I'm not into that anymore. I'm here to make my body happy for as long as I possibly can. So if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. What are you doing to make sure that you support your body in your 50s? What are you eating? What are you doing? Let me know in the comments. And again, if you found me, if this is your tribe, your community, you'd like to be a part of my community, let me know. Hit that subscribe button and jump on in. Let's all figure this thing out together.